So I'm going to start this tutorial with Keynote and Keynote Element and Keynote Material. So first of all, go to Annotate, go to Tag, and go to Keynote Settings, and Browse, Open, and I want to go down to F10. I want to go to Facing Blockwork and highlight all this. Control C, Control V, Control V. I want to make this 260, 270, and I want to change this to 100 mil concrete block, and I want to make this 300 mil cavity block wall, and I want to save this. I want to exit and open and reload. So click OK, go to Keynote, go to Keynote Material, and you want to click which material you want. So you have the block wall, you have the insulation, you have the air, and you have, so I want to click the block wall. So double click, and I want to go to F10, then F10 260, click OK, and now I want to go back to Annotate. I want Keynote Element, and double click, and I want to go to 300 mil cavity block wall. So the text isn't showing up, so edit type, you want to get rid of the keynote number on the box and just have text. They don't want to put an arrow on it. Open that 1.5. These should line up. So the reason you do this is because when you go around with the material, this wall will note. So if we go to the other side, sounds the same material, same with the element. So I want to create a line pattern. So click new, and we'll just start off with dash, and click 2, and you have to have space. So click 2, and I go dot, and space 2, and dash 2, space 2, and this is going to be my new line, so I'll just call it Jared. Click OK, and as you can see, a new line. So click OK. But if you want to bring this into the actual project, you click line styles, click new, call it Jared, click OK, and this is where you're going to change it to Jared. So you can change the line weight of that 5, might put it red, click OK, click OK. When I go to annotate, go to detail line, click Jared. As you can see, I've created my own line. So in the template file there's many options you can change to the file. So go to the R, the top left hand corner, and click options. And I'm just going to go through the stuff I think you need to know. So in general, basically all you need to know is the saving intervals and your username. So user interface, customize keyboard shortcuts. Basically then there's graphics. So all you need to know is that's the selection type, pre-selection and alert. And you can change the background to black by clicking that. And this is a handy one. Temporary dimensions, text appearance. So you can bring up the size of the text, because sometimes I find it can be a bit small. So file location. So when I have this template file made, I'll browse out and go to my template file and make it the one that'll open up when I click new. And then places, this is very important. So I have my metric library, my metric detail library, and I'll just add one here. So I'll just say my library, and I want to go out and get, so I'll open it up. So that's my library. So then there's rendering. You can put in settings to render. Spelling. So ignore words in uppercase. So I put that on. Steering wheel. There's not much here. I never use the steering wheel really. There's nothing really else in the actual options. So I'm going to talk about annotation symbols. So the way to change these is go down the project browser and click in families, and basically when you go to annotation symbols you get all the families. So I want to go down to section head, and I want to right click, not in the type properties but the actual family. I want to edit. So I go in here and I can change it around to whatever way I want. So I'll save it out as a new family. So I create a new family, go into my library, annotations, and section head, chart. So save, load it in, and I want to go to manage, additional settings. I want to go to section tags. So section head, I want to change the section head Jared. Click OK. Go to view, go to section, and as you can see, changes them all. And when you have a family and you know which one you're using, you can actually just edit the family and you don't have to save it out and create a new one. And it's the same way with all the other tags. All the tags are all in annotation symbols, and you can edit them as much as you want. I want to talk about the title block and what you can put in it. So first of all, go to ground floor, change the scale to 1 to 100. You go down to the actual sheets, click on the sheet, and I want to go in and talk about the actual title block family. So basically, some of this is just text, so that's all text. This is always going to be there, that's text, that's an image. Project title is always going to be there, so that's text. But this is text with a label planted inside it. So project name, which will come up on all the sheets. So sheet name, I'll show you where that comes up. And client name, this is who drew it, this is your scale, this is your date, and this is your reference number. So you basically only need to know is project name, sheet name, client name, who drew it, the scale, the date, and the reference number. And then there's a drawing number as well, which you can put in, and revised drawing number. So if I go back in, and I will have all descriptions on my blog about the title block labels. So I'll just show you. So if I say project, lecturer, doesn't matter. So if we go down to the sheets, you can see 01, Jared 1. So the sheet name actually came up here, and the actual reference number came up here. So if I bring in a drum, as you can see, the scale comes up. So if I create a new drawing, you can see it changes to 02. So it automatically knows because it's intelligent. The date stays the same, the lecturer stays the same. That's the way I wanted it, and George's project stays the same. So all you need to change is the title, drawing title, who drew it, and then the scale will change automatically. So when you've the levels and the window tags, the fill patterns, the object styles, the line pattern, the line styles, the arrowheads and the text, the keynotes, the keynote settings, the options, the annotation symbols, and the title block done to your standard, you can then save it as a template file. First you need to get rid of all the models on the actual file, and you go to the R and you save as, and you save it as a template. Go into your library and we click Jared temp, and I want to click over existing. I want to close it down, and I want to go into options, and I want to go to file location and the template, click it, click OK, and when I go to new, it will open up in the template file. And that is all you have to do. That's it. That's your template file done.